All right, guys, today we're going to talk all about video, how to do it easily and make an impact. I got Tim with me, and we're ready to share some great information with you. All right, guys, I'm super excited to share this because I get this question all the time. Why video, and how can I do it in a way that I can get comfortable? Let me just kind of back up a little bit. Facebook is telling us that 90% of their content next year, 2020, is going to be video-based. Also, there's a reason why Google went out and spent all that money to buy YouTube. If you do a search now, you're going to see that the first things that come up in search now are video. It's because it gives the opportunity for people to get to know, like, and trust you better. So now what we want to do today is we're going to talk about some best practices to make this easy. I've got Tim Scarborough with me. Tim's our videographer. And one of the things that's been kind of interesting, Tim, is when we started, we were ghetto in this.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, literally, listen, you don't have to have professional cameras. We have lights in here right now. You don't need all of this. What we want to do is give you the basics. If you want to know more detailed information, we're going to have the ability for you to talk to Tim where he can tell you those things. But let's just go really basic today. Let's start and talk about kind of the first videos we shot with our iPhone.
Right. So first videos we ever shot, we utilized only natural lighting. Like, we didn't have too immaculate setup of lights just, beaming straight down on us to, really enhance our attributes that normally are hidden in shadows. So for realtors, what you guys really need to do is just get by big open windows. Like, most of the time in most of these houses that you're in, there's a window. So my main suggestion whenever you're focused on lighting and you want to really make your videos pop, get by a window. That's really as simple as the solution is to that problem. Stand by windows. Don't have to go invest a ton of money in lighting. Just get by some nice natural light.
Main thing too with there, just to really help, is make sure you're facing the light. If you have the light behind you, you're going to have shadows. Make sure you're facing the light. In this situation, obviously we've got lights here, but if we were in this situation and didn't have lights, we would just reverse this where the natural light would be in our face. Let me show you a little trick too. My daughters made fun of me because this is called a selfie light, basically. And if you go on Amazon, these things are like $14. Now, what's great about this is it flips around on a camera. So literally, if you're in a place where you don't have good lighting or you're in that open house, you can actually set this up and it will light your face up as you're doing this. Also, if you're recording on your laptop, what it does is it slides right over your laptop camera, lights your face up where it gives you some light in your face. You want to have light coming into you is the biggest thing on lighting. The next thing really that's important is the sound quality. So let's talk a little bit about, you don't have to have microphones. We'll talk about some basic microphones, but in reality, when we first started, everything we were using was just right off of our phone, correct?
Exactly. And like, the biggest solution that I can give you for sound is just control the environment. If you want to go shoot on the beach, you can, but just keep in mind that traditionally with beachy days come beachy winds.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have some type of static noise in the background that is kind of distracting to the viewers. So what we typically do is we'll just find a big open window and we'll project our vision of what we want to articulate to our viewers through this. So it's like we have the beach behind us. We wanted to replicate a beautiful beachy day for this video. So instead of being outside, we're in a controlled environment. We're in a room. All the audio is pretty much soundproof from other variables and other sources. There's no cars, even though outside right now there's cars driving by. You can't hear anything because we're controlling the audio. So you don't need to go buy microphones. You just need to make sure you're in a nice quiet space, and that really alleviates 90% of the problems that you're gonna have with filming and trying to add audio to your videos.
If you want to go really high tech, Tim can talk to you about Rode mics and boom mics and things that, hey, as we're growing obviously in what we're doing, we're adding more of those. But literally you can find a lapel mic that will plug into your phone or into your camera for $15, $20
right.
that will really cover most of that. So don't be afraid though to use. I mean, what's amazing is that literally your iPhone or your camera on your phone right now, it has more technology than we had in any camera 2 to 3 years ago. So don't be afraid to utilize that. And then that kind of brings us to another point, which is on video, the biggest thing that's important is content. In reality, when you're doing this, if the video is not interesting, if it's not giving some value, then people are going to start turning that off and they're going to start tuning you out. So what I would ask you to do is before you shoot any video, ask yourself, is this something that I would watch? Is this something that I would find some value with? when Tim and I are kind of talking about these things, and a lot of times we'll just shoot them off the cuff. I mean, literally, you know how much we talked about this before we came on this?
Zero.
Because what we want to do is we want our authenticity to come through. We really wanted this to be a natural conversation. So typically when you're going to shoot a video, have an idea of the topic, but talk just like you're talking to someone right in front of you and explaining it to them. When you make it authentic, when you share something of value, when you share something where when people leave, they're like, I got something out of that. They're going to want to watch that more into the future. So going back to this, make sure you've got everything you need in your iPhone to start with, especially. Make sure you get the light in your face. Understand that you don't want to have a lot of background noise going on and you want to avoid those windy conditions, so find a confined space. Make sure your content is quality. Bottom line in all of this is be authentic. Be who you are. Tim will tell me sometimes, he'll be like, that's no good, that's not really you talking. And it's absolutely true. When I'm truly who I am, it comes through. It gives you the ability to make those connections with the people that you're supposed to connect with, and it also acts as a filter for those people that maybe you may spend 6 to 9 months with, and then all of a sudden you realize this is not a good fit and they go with someone else, or you realize, boy, I'm really backing myself in a corner here. Be authentic in your videos. Anything else you want to add to this?
A little bonus tip that I would like to give you guys. Really think about the location and the time of day that you're filming.
Yeah,
like, we live in such a beautiful environment that like sunset and sunrise are like the most immaculate time for lighting, for low noise environments, and just beauty all around. Like you don't have to, like one of my biggest takeaways ever from people asking me about how I produce good videos, I just say I live a good life. I go and do good, cool things, and I bring my camera and I film that. So really what these people that you're talking to, they just want to see where we live. They want to see the sunsets. So if you really want to take your videos to the next level, I would really get out and try to do sunrise, sunset videos. It's really nice, soft lighting. You've got beautiful orange and pink and purple colors behind you. Low noise, typically low traffic times of the day. So bonus tip is, location and time really add some significant pop and value to your videos. So I think that's my little bonus tip for you guys.
Man, to be in my 20s again. Live a cool life. Go cool places. So listen, guys, just be authentic. Find some great places to shoot video that are going to draw people's attention. People are doing this all day. Make it where they want to do this. When you do that and you add value, I promise you it's going to come back in spades.